think too, if we create a space where every spot has a point, there's a reason that there's a shelf, or this shelf is going to hold your jeans. Then when you're bringing stuff in, you're less likely to just put it somewhere else.
You just put L brackets into the wall, and this is your nightstand. Something, you know, that you like, that you see, like, in those spaces.
I kind of like it
Just plain.
simple. And I like the wood. I don't know yet. That's the part that I don't know.
I like the way the light breaks up the wood though.
That's
It's got
true.
wood.
That's true. It is kind of
I
nice.
just feel like
I
it's
think
soft.
it'd be cute if you put like your, like a cute
Like a
little
trophy.
pin.
Well, I was just saying to him, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna need a spot to put like my work stuff, like, you know.
I think that would be adorable right there.
Yeah, I do like that.
So when you're hanging a project, you have two hooks on the back.
Right.
Rather than going like this and trying to figure out where they are with your fingers, put a piece of blue tape on it
With X's on them.
and mark them.
So
and
now
take
I
the
can
tape
put my
off.
nails exactly where the hooks are, and I don't have to figure out where they go. Alright.
I wish I had spelled belong wrong.
What? She does that to me all the time, because I do.
You nailing it, Shannon?
I nailed it! So if there's one thing Ashley Duro had a lot of, it was jewelry and accessories. So before, she had them kind of piled up. They weren't really displayed. And I think a lot of times if they're not displayed, you can't know what you have to try it on. So now she can see everything. So what we did was we built a 24-inch long shelf, just our simple L shelf, put in a whole bunch of cup hooks, and all of her necklaces are now hanging right below. So she knows what she has there. Then we also put some hooks up here, allowing for bracelets. She's got a shelf here for anything that maybe she wants to hold, like her rings or anything that just doesn't belong on a hook. And then we also added up here a quick 12-inch sparkle, because we feel like she is definitely a sparkler. And then what we did is add wire, and we just hung all of her earrings. So now she's able to see what she has. She's able to walk right over, pick out all of her jewelry at one time, and know what's there. So awesome job.
Okay, so Ashley had some nightstands in her bedroom that were really weighing the bedroom down, and what we really like to show is lifting up things on the wall and off the ground to give you more of an airy feeling. And one of the ways we did that is taking simple crates. We got these at Home Depot, and you can get some L brackets like this. Literally put your L brackets on. You're going to drill some holes right in here, anchor it to the wall, just like this, and immediately you will have a shelf that's very sturdy. So let me just show you what we did in her nightstand. We added so she can add her jewelry, her rings when she's going to bed at night, and her chargers in there, and even have a couple of books that she's reading inside the shelves right there. And they hold a great lamp as well. Another great thing that we did is added some more shelves. These are picture shelves. These are one of our favorite things to make in the studio, and it really is a great place to display. So it's not a shelf that you're using as a utility shelf, but you've got those little knickknacks and those great pictures that you want to use to show things off. These are the perfect shelves for those because you're not putting a lot of weight on those. And we just added a couple to add some of her special items here. Another way to personalize the bedroom and make it feel clean and special is adding some personalized framed artwork above the bed. So this was a special song to her, Ashley, and her husband Wes, and we just framed them and did these in our studio for her. It means something to her. Oh, right out there. It means something to her, and it's right above the bed, and it looks clean and simple and very classy.
So Ashley has her computer in her bedroom, and sometimes you have to do that. So we wanted to create a space that wasn't full of clutter or just not giving her a fresh look to everything. So she put in her desk, of course, we put up a shelf just above it so she can hold her pencils and pens so that her desk isn't full of all that stuff. And then up above it, we created this vision board for her so that she could take a quick glance at what she has going on, any important reminders, things like that, so they're not getting lost in the shuffle of her desk. So that's her desk area.
So Ashley had another issue that maybe not a lot of people have, is one of her jobs is to really try on different clothes and have a lot of clothes, so she gets a lot sent in. So one of our solutions was adding pipe shelving with all of these great containers that she can put some things in, and also adding this hanging pipe shelf, which I think is fantastic to hang all of those clothes that she needs to work with every day. And we even talked about adding another piece of pipe shelving right here, like a piece of pipe, and so she can hang all of her tall pieces as well. So that's going to come soon as well.
She has a lot of clothes, and of course she's not the only one in the bedroom. Her and her husband were sharing a closet. So before we came here, there was accordion doors on the closet, and it really didn't allow for you to open it up and see everything at glance, which is super important for Ashley. So what we did was we suggested she just hang up a curtain, and that allows her to just simply open it, see her clothes, and close it at the same time, keeping that tucked away. Now for her husband's stuff, we wanted to make sure that he was able to see what he had, and it didn't all have to go in that closet. So they created this awesome shelving system here, and he actually very neatly folded everything up by selection of what it is. So all of his pants are here, all of his shorts are here, etc. These also open, giving him a little extra storage for those things that we tuck away in our drawers. And she even ended up with a little bit extra room that she can even use if by chance she needs more. So this is a great solution to not just thinking closet, clothing, but not just thinking a dresser either. This is an open concept. It's light, it's airy, it's fresh, and it gave everyone a solution here for their clothes in this room.
Gosh, look at Mommy's jewelry in the mirror. This looks amazing. Oh my goodness, Emmy, look at that.
So what do you think? How do you do?
I think it's amazing. So my biggest issue is that we live in a small space. We are not moving anytime soon, and so we just have always put our master bedroom on the back burner. So now my office space is also the bedroom, which just turned into a complete nightmare since she was born. And really, like, we got rid of all the furniture except for the bed and this little desk, and we just did shelving.
Walking in here from the first time to this time, there's a completely different energy in here. It's like,
It is. It's very
like you can now become creative.
Yes. And we have our own space, and we did that. We worked on it together, which is a huge deal because I feel like in the past it's always been me or it's always been him trying to do. It's just like we did this whole thing together, so we can be proud of it. So when you guys came in and said, at that time our bed was on this wall, and you said, I think we need to move it here, I was like, well, no, we've already done that, it didn't work. Then you started talking about making like a space for my work to be this wall, and that was my aha moment, because that had never ever even crossed my mind, and the shelving had never crossed my mind. Like, so that was a huge deal. And then you guys were like, also you can probably get rid of your furniture, and I was like, what?
Really cleared the space, but you actually have way more storage now than you did before.
Than we did with all of that furniture.
So
It's
what does your
special.
husband really think of it?
He loves it. He's like, now he wants to rip out the rest of the house and do shelving throughout. But we both like grew up in bigger houses, and I just think like it just is normal to, like, if you have the space, you just hold on to stuff. So like it just has taken us so long to figure out that we don't need to be holding on to these things. Like, there's just no spot for it, so don't hold on to it. We just didn't realize like how much clutter just really takes over your life.
We're like so proud of you. I mean, honestly, like, yes, we may have given ideas, but you did the work here.
Yeah.
You did the moving, you did the shaping, like you did this.
Yeah.
It was just more of like, here's a vision we have, does it work with you? And it did. And I am blown away.
It's a totally different room.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you. I can't wait
Good
to
job.
hear more.
Thank you.
Can't wait to come back.
Bye.
Thank you.